You know, when this journey first began, I did not know where it was going to lead me. The average red light camera's ticket costs $50, depending on where you live. Now, if it is police issued, it can cost you as much as $500. Whoa. Really? Yeah. And it's all to avoid waiting at the red light. Yep. Now, I'm not saying that has never happened to me, right? I'm not saying that has ever happened to me. Shit. It happened to me just the other day. So, I'm just saying. Welcome to another episode of A Dose of Nikki. I am so glad you are here today. I need you to be honest with yourself today. I really do. Please. Because I'm about to ask you something that might make you laugh and then make you think. How much does it cost for your impatience? And see, I don't mean just money. However, we will discuss this as well. Let me start with something simple, okay? I'm going to do it simple. Here we go. The grocery store circular. You know that little booklet that comes in the mail or sits in the app on your phone? The one with all the sales to your go-to store, your fave store, the coupons, the buy one, get one. How many of us skip right past it? Go on. Go ahead. Raise your hands. I'm waiting. And here's the thing. We walk into the store paying full price for everything on your list. Sometimes because we did not have the patience. The patience to just sit down for 10 minutes and plan. I remember saying once to someone while I was in the store with them, I said, I was going to get something. I said, that item, I'm going to buy that. So I could get that when it goes on sale tomorrow. And then I was told, just get it now. Like it was a silly thing. I was like, why are you even, that's just petty, right? A waste of money to do that. And I was saying, no, because it was like certain things, the sale ends for one set of things on Saturday. And the next one is Sunday. It picks back up next Sunday. So they may have something that you're paying full price for on that week prior when I could wait for the item, like mayonnaise. I can wait for that. Buy it when it's on sale, right? Right. But guess what? They thought it was a silly strategy. And that is impatience. And it costs you real money too. Every single week when you act like that. Now, let me give you another one. The email. You know that one? The long, detailed, important. Yeah, the one you skim. Yeah, that one. You catch about 3 words in the middle. You make a decision based on those 3 words. And then 2 days later, you realize you missed the whole freaking point. You're already on go. Without doing a full assessment, responding to an email that was sent 2 months ago. And this is why it's important to address emails completely, read, delete, or save. Whatever to remove it from the inbox and avoid pulling up an old email and responding incorrectly when it was already addressed. Yeah, that one. Just saying. Just saying. Now you have to go back. You have to redo something. You have to apologize for something. Or worse, here it goes. Pay for something. See? That's the cost of impatience. And then, here's my favorite. Here it goes. The yellow light. You see it turn yellow. You know what yellow means. You know what's coming. But something inside you says, I can make it. So you push. faster. You accelerate. It's crazy how we encourage ourselves for something like that. We encourage ourselves to do something like that. And one of two things we know will happen. Either you make it and breathe that sigh of relief. Whoo, thank you. Or you see that flash. Actually, there's a few of them. Pop, 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 just like that. And you've been straight busted. That's the camera flash. That confirmation that says, without speaking, gotcha. See you soon. And now you have a ticket. You have a ticket sitting in your mailbox for money you did not budget, for a light you did not need to run. That is impatience. Just giving away money you do not have for a decision you did not need to make. But here's where it gets really expensive, because impatience does not just cost you money. It costs you relationships. Yeah, it does. How many times have you responded to something before you had the full story? Someone said something, you heard part of it, and then you reacted. And then only find out later that you reacted to something that was not even what they meant. Now, you got tension, because oftentimes when you react, you overreacted, right? And then you said something that people are like, whoa, so that's how you've been feeling deep down inside? Oh, yeah? And now they're not trusting you, not feeling you like that. They're like, oh, no, you got secrets. So there becomes distance, right? And then there's a conversation you have to undo something. See that? Undo something that impatience caused. Or think about judgment. Think about judgment. You see something, you make a decision about something in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Done. Without context, without conversation, without giving someone the benefit of the doubt. And granted, you could be right. But sometimes, you are looking at a situation through a lens of impatience and calling it what? Discernment, please. That's not discernment, fam. That's rushing. And rushing costs you the full picture. You know how I know this? Oh, so well. I have been guilty of every single thing I just described. Just the other day that happened with the email. I couldn't believe it. I'm responding to an email that was sent to me 2 months ago. I don't know how that happened, but it was aligned with what was going on today. So I reacted. I was already on edge. Silly goose. Anyway, I skipped the circular. Like I said, I skimmed the email. I pushed the yellow light. I reacted before I had a full story and judged before I truly listened. And every single time, impatience presented me with a bill. Sometimes it was a fine, a full price grocery run maybe, a relationship I had to figure out how to repair, and sometimes it was my own peace, and that I had to go find again after I lost it in a moment that did not deserve it at all. Impatience is really expensive, my friend, and every currency that matters. Here's what I have come to understand, though. This is what I've come to understand. Here we go. Patience is not passive. No. Patient people are not just sitting around waiting for life to happen to them. No, boo, not at all. See, patient people are very strategic. They read the full email. Oh, yes. They clip the coupon. And they wait for the green light. Yeah. They hear the whole entire story before they form an opinion. And because they do those things, they make better decisions. They spend less money fixing mistakes. They have stronger relationships, and they keep more of their peace. See, that's very important. Patience, yeah, it pays. Impatience bills you. So the question is, how much are you willing to keep spending I want you to think about this for a moment. Is impatience costing you? What would actually change if you gave yourself just a few more seconds before reacting? You know what to do. I want you to drop it in the comments, of course. I want to hear from you. And I want you to be honest. Are you a yellow light runner? This is your dose. I want to thank you for joining me today on A Dose of Nikki. Let's keep the mind thinking, because every layer we peel back brings us closer to understanding ourselves and others. Awareness is the first step toward authenticity, and together we can do this. Until next time, stay fab, keep growing, and be well, my friends. Be well. If you enjoyed this episode, join us next week for another insightful conversation. Remember, if you have found value in our discussions or this discussion, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when a new episode drops on YouTube. Take care.
Get a dose of Nikki. If you ever feel down, you wanna be around. Get a dose of Nikki. 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 Get a dose of Nikki.